to be very boring. And I think you've got one of the most amazing countries ever. And all you do going, yeah, we need to put some red tape around here. You can't drive through here today. You can't do this. No, loud engines. No loud engines. Loud noise. No, you want to change your building. You're not changing your building. It's literally the most authoritarian. It's like having an OCD person who's like a super clean person being in control of your life. And that's what I think Switzerland is. It's a stunning place and everything like that. But I feel like if he had New Zealand, but he was given to the Dutch, I think it'd be the coolest place on earth, man.
Yeah.
Not New Zealand, Switzerland was given to the Dutch. I think it'd be the coolest place on earth because it's such a majestic place and everything like that. And I think there's so much about it. Swiss chocolate, you know, you got these mountain places, drinking some
definitely scenic. Got some really nice places, man.
Really things that, you know, but I find I've met quite a few Swiss people. I've met a lot of Austrian people, and Austrian people are funny. Swiss people, I'm really sorry. Listen, I'm sure there's some really funny ones out there, man, but I haven't met you yet, man. And I've met a load of you guys, man. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's me. I'm going to be been hated in Switzerland now.
Yeah, that's it.
I struggle with this one. And to be fair, I'm going to jump on probably at least two of what Simon said. I think Saudi Arabia, for me, it's again another hypocritical country. I think the way, you know, if you look at 9/11 and the atrocities which were committed, and from what I gather, I think there's about 6 of them who were from Saudi Arabia, but we went and bombed Afghanistan.
And Iraq.
You know, we turn a blind eye to the murder, the death penalty they do, the things they've been doing because they spend lots of money on guns.
And we're the second biggest arms dealers in the world.
I know we are. And this is the thing, and this is why when that guy got killed in Turkey by the secret army, who the leader of Saudi Arabia said he knew nothing about, and the world was like, tut, well, you know, we're going to have an inquiry and an investigation, and you know, heads will roll. And the reality is nothing happened. They got a few scapegoats who, you know, said they were the leaders, but you know that they couldn't have done what they did without some proper authority to do what they did. So for me, it's not a place I want to go to. I think they're hypocritical. They want to practice all of this Islamic strict code, but then they're happy to come to London and get pissed in clubs and have prostitutes and do all the things that they say that you shouldn't do. So for me, I'm not saying all of them, but in terms of the view they give me of their world, it's a very hypocritical world. And they're only rich because of oil. I can't wait for oil to no longer have any value, because then you'll see what are you guys actually offering then.
Yeah.
Second one, I'm like you, Simon. China for me, not so much for dogs. I think so much the way they treat their people as well. I mean, you've heard of the Uyghur Muslims.
Yeah, the Uyghurs, man.
We're starting to hear more and more about what's going on there. And I think as a country, they're just Russia. They're just another Soviet Union. We will tell you what to do. If you say anything that we don't agree with, we will lock you up. The sky is blue. We don't want it to be blue. It's bluish. You're locked up. Grass is green. No, it isn't. It's greenish. You're locked up. You know, I mean, it is that petty. You know, they're just going in there, but they're spending lots of money, loading debt on a lot of poor countries already, and saying, "Yeah, man, we'll build your roads, but we want access to this, or we want access to that, or we," you know what I mean? So, you know, countries are getting into bed with China, thinking, "Yeah, man, our infrastructure is going to be great," but now that it's time to pay, these countries ain't got the money. What are the Chinese going to do about it? I don't know. And the third place, now, this is a difficult one for me. It's not difficult. It's just that, you know, I've never really ever had a hankering to go to America.
What? Dude, man, you got to put America in there, man. You got to put America.
Listen, hear me out. So, America for me, right?
America
for me, right, it's the most negative picture of life as a person of colour that I could ever think of. And I know, obviously, you only see the worst bits on TV and that, and there's lots of black film producers, you know, there's lots of
successful
black
people,
millionaires in America.
Having black middle class.
But, you know, growing up in the 70s and watching Roots and all them things, even though I didn't actually understand the depth what BLM were going to when it happened, and I had to go do some more reading. I've always looked at America as a place that if you're in the wrong part, drive straight through, don't get out of your car. You know, I can't think of anywhere else in the world other than a war zone. You know, I've actually had white Americans say that to me. Oh, if you're the wrong color, you don't want to go down there. You drive straight through there. You know what I mean? What? This is a civilized superpower, richest country in the world, and they've got more poverty than bloody some of the small islands. Nah, it don't appeal to me. It's just big, it's brash, and I think the whole thing is based on this false lie that their country is superior in some way. Yeah, you know, a lot of, you know, technology comes out of there, films, Hollywood, all the glamour. It's also where a lot of racism's come from. It's also where racism has been magnified. It's also where racism has been voted into politics. And even the people who've come into power and said, yeah, man, we're going to change everything, have just made it worse. So for me, you know, I wouldn't want to go there because I wouldn't want to have any money off me. Will I go there? I probably will end up going there at some point before I'm dead. But it will be, you know, at the bottom of my list as a choice. Yeah, I'd like to do. I'm trying to think where I'd like to do.
You have to
maybe
do
Florida. Maybe Florida, possibly. But maybe New Orleans. Maybe go to the New Orleans Festival, Carnival, whatever, Mardi Gras. But I mean, again, the wife wants to go there, but you know, she's got an aunt in Las Vegas who we could go and stay with. But again, it's one of those. It's like, oh, you want to go to Las Vegas?
No, something else, isn't it? I'm like,
yeah, that's not free. Saudi Arabia, China, and USA, and I think they've made a big mistake with their voting. They are only ever going to be represented by two parties who don't represent them, who don't really represent the people anyway. The fact that you don't see any other parties come through, Green parties, even Bernie Sanders, you know, someone different, they can't have it. It seems like he's got to have his possession of the right person who fits at that moment in time. Obama was a freak accident, but even Obama disappoints because he didn't actually do that much. He could have solved some of this shit that's going on now. He could have.
But you know, the thing with Obama, he tried to bed in, and being the first black president, he tried to bed in, and then he lost. Let me just say this though, like, from my point of view, Obama wanted to do this thing where he obviously got in. He wanted to not.
He had two terms. He had two terms, didn't he?
I know what you're saying. Let me say this though, like, because I think
don't make excuses for him, brother. Don't make excuses.
No, I don't want to make excuses, but I want to try and just show people, obviously at home who don't know, like, you know, the situation that you face. Obviously, when you come in as the first black president ever, you got a lot of eyes on you. And to be honest, what he should have done is came in with arrogance. Trump came in with like, listen, this could be our first and last time.
I don't think he needed to have the arrogance though, because the thing is, he could have made a statement, and a loud and proud statement, and said, "This shit's going to stop."
Well, that's what I was about to say.
He didn't do it. He didn't do it. He didn't even use any of his power to go into some of these states where they're saying, well, we don't care about your black people. He didn't go down there and say, yeah, man, I'm the president, you know, you must show some respect to me, you know, because I thought you bomb clock money. You know what I mean? Yeah. He didn't use any of that. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm a great statesman, and I can talk, and I'm a great talker, and I can make you all laugh. But guess what? I ain't got no power. So if you ain't got no power, why are you flying around the world making all these peace deals with all these people? At the same time, you're pissing off Russia, and you've got no reason to piss off Russia because they ain't got no problem with you as a black man. You know what I mean? And then your black people are getting killed left, right, and centre. He's like, oh well, you know, this is sad, man. We got to change this. Change it then. Change it. Yeah, waste of time, mate. Obama, yeah. I think the thing with Obama is black people saw him as a saviour, and in reality, he was just another politician.
All right, I'm just going to say this before we close, though. What I think happened, and I do agree with you, Nigel. This is what I was trying to say to you. That I just want to get this out. That if he would have came in the way Trump did, where Trump goes, right, I'm not a politician, so I'm going to try and change everything the way I think it should be made better. Obama should have done that, but from a black perspective, in it, like, this is the way politics has worked. This is how I'm going to change it. There might only be me ever, and he should have come in with that arrogance. The problem is that Obama is a moderate centrist, isn't it? So he is all about the continuation in just the way that he thinks. You know what I mean?
I hate all these political terms, you know, moderate, centrist, and leftist.
He's a person, like, you know, the way things have been, like, what I mean by this then, is the way things have been run already, the status quo.
Basically, he had no backbone. Just say that.
Oh, let me just
don't talk about
I want to finish up mine. Let's I finish off because I want to finish my last three. We're running over a little bit.
All right. What I'm saying is, forget the term and that. What I'm saying is, he was all about the continuation of what already exists, and like that's how his ideology was, and that's a shame.
Black people who stay
Nice.
oppressed.
Please, bro.
Wait, Nigel, wait. Nigel, wait.
I'm going to try this one more time, bro. I'm going to give up. Yeah. I just want to say one last thing, and I'm not even getting to it yet. Like I say, continuation, blah, blah, blah. That's what he wanted to do. He just wanted to carry on as he was, and that's the problem for us as a black person. We needed a reformer. We didn't have a reformer yet. And then secondly, the problem that he had is he wanted a bedding. He didn't want to rock the boat straight away when he should have come in and rocked the boat, because what happened is he lost his power because of the Senate. He lost the Senate. That is the decision-making arm of government. Congress introduces laws. Senate chooses what laws get discussed, and then if they're going to be passed.
I understand. I understand all that.
He wouldn't let you put anything in there. But I'm saying a lot of people at home might not. A lot of people at home might not.
And I understand that's like the House of Lords over here when they say we're going to do this. But as a vocal supporter of the struggle, I didn't hear him. Condemning
everyone was waiting for him. Everybody was waiting for him. He was like a bus that never arrived.
Medicare. Mate, listen, man. The man could have done
he did a lot because he got his position on Medicare. He got it to where.
Well, I think. Okay. Let me position it another way. From a black man from a different country looking in, I can't see what he did. So maybe if I was American and I was there and I was living the pain, maybe I could. But as a black man looking across there,
that's what it is. When you talk about what he could have done, you're right. That's why. Because it doesn't matter who comes in it. Like, you want somebody now. Look, we can either go, okay, what we got is good enough.
That's why.
You know what I mean? And he didn't shake the tree.
That's why Trump got in,
because no one was shaking the tree. Nobody's shaking the tree.
But Trump's just as toothless as the rest of them. He's just as useless as the rest of them anyway. He's all bluster and fluster and hot air. You know what I mean? But like I said, America to me, man, it's like, if I win it in a holiday, I might sell it, man.
Anyway, let me do my last three, man. Worst three, because we're going over. I know you wanted to leave it in 1 hour, man. Look, we're going over again.
We didn't start till 5 past. You all right?
Okay. Nice. All right. So my worst country is, first I would say Russia. I'm never going to Russia. The thing is, it kind of goes against my whole belief system because there's kind of hot girls in Russia. And that's probably the only reason I want to go. And me as a melanated individual, I'm pretty sure I would have favors.
Can I just say something to you?
What's that?
There's a whole heap of colour in Russia, you know.
Yeah, but I'm not.
Mate,
if you go
to the big cities in Moscow's, your Petersburgs and that, they're popular, like they're cosmopolitan, mate, like London. You know how many Africans are in Russia? A whole heap.
Yeah, they're getting killed up in there, man.
They're not all getting killed.
Oh,
man.
Maybe not all. I'm sure it's like there's all
obviously there's stuff going on. There's stuff going on in London right now. There's stuff going on in Germany right now.
That's true. You know what I mean? They go after people like the Uzbekis and the Turkmenistan and the Kurds.
And the worst thing is, there's a section of Russians who come from Cyprus who look Chinese, and even they get stick from Russians. They're actually Russians. Like,
Mongolians, innit?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Central Asian countries and Central Asian countries.
So Russia, but to me, one thing is I think I would have to go there in just a small window when it's warm, like summer months. Because if you miss those windows, it's frosty, and you know me, I don't do well with cold, man. So I ain't going to Russia.
For the cold.
Yeah, I ain't going to Russia. 2, I hate France. I think French people are idiots. They're arrogant.
Brazil gives it with the French feminists.
Yeah, this is one example, but I've been to France and one person kicked me once, and I was like, because I was walking in the and have you ever tried to drive around the Arc de Triomphe? He kicked me. Like I was in the shopping, I was doing shopping there, and I was walking, and all of a sudden someone kicked my shoe. I was like, I turned around, I was like, you're lucky I was with my ex-girlfriend at the time and the parents. I was like, you're lucky.
He kicked you? What do you mean he kicked you?
Yeah, I don't know. I was probably too slow walking. I don't know. He just kicked me. I was like, yo, did you get? He looked at me. He was like this. He's ready. He was like, I was like, yo. So you're lucky I'm with these people, man. I ain't about to kill someone in France. Stay here, you know what I mean?
Well, even Rotundo said about France, he didn't like France that much.
France is it's the people more than anything. I'm sure there's some nice things to see there, and they've got really good food.
Stunning scenery in certain places as well, but yeah.
Now, France is not nice down to people. And the last place is very controversial because I would actually like to go there, but I'm probably, you know, it will be at the bottom of my list. I do want to go there. That's the thing. It's one of the worst places I probably wouldn't. It's the worst place I would like to go, if I can put it like that. So it's kind of like hypocritical. You know, it's got like two double meanings. India.
I knew he was going to say that.
India. I really want to go to India, but I just think when you go to
the Penta Hotel, that's all.
India, man, first of all, you know you're gonna get sick. You're getting sick when you go to India. You are getting they call it Delhi belly for a reason. They call it Delhi belly for a reason. If you go to India, you're getting sick. And I don't even like to be faced with that. That's the only reason I haven't been to India at the moment, because I'm like, if I go there, I'm guaranteed to be sick. And I've asked everybody I've met who's been to India, was you sick? They were like, actually, come to think, I really was sick, man. I was like really bad for a few days. I was like, nah, I ain't going, man.
But that is your body getting used to the local
disease, bacteria disease,
microbes and stuff. That's the thing, though. You got to recognise that, you know. And you were speaking about it earlier, Simon, when he says there's certain treasures and places in paradise that haven't been touched by man. And one of the consequences of that is that when we go to these places, we're taking germs that they don't encounter.
We did it to Brazil, didn't we? We went in the Amazon and wiped out a whole tribe.
Yeah,
that's it. So you go to India and, you know, the local pathogen, what's going around, or the water supply, obviously it's not going to be as treated as Germany or the UK, where they're full of fluoride and kill everything, including the person drinking it. So you are going to be susceptible, you know, and that's why you're supposed to have no salads when you go there, because you can wash it in water, where it's the same water that hasn't been treated.
Yeah.
You know, you got to boil everything, and that way. I mean, my friend goes there 3 or 4 times. I mean, I've never said to him, "Oh, is your battery leaking when you come back?" I don't know, but
I bet you tell you, yeah.
He goes there and he loves it, man. So I mean, obviously he's Indian as well, which he's got family in that. But he goes out into the bush, man. He don't go into the city, and that he goes out into the real India, man. So
yeah,
I'd like to go. I
think I'm gonna go, but I know for a fact it's gonna come with its consequences, man.
Take a packed lunch. You put us in the favela in Brazil, and you put us in Boys Town in Thailand. We're used to consequences.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Boys Town.
Yeah, that's a story for another day, man. That's a story for another day. And so
it is on YouTube.
I do worry about you, Wayne. I mean, you're talking about some nice guy in California who didn't want you to leave. You know, Simon saying you booked him into Boys Town. Was that when he got there before you, Simon?
Listen, he's just a man trying to get ahead in life, man. He's just trying to get ahead in life.
I'm trying to get ahead in life. I'm not trying to get ahead in life. Screw you, dude.
We're Quincy. Where
I ain't getting no ahead in life, man. Sack that.
Q, bro. It's all about the Q. Why is it Q?
Yeah, Q, man.
And on that note.
Yeah. I would say, obviously, Pakistan, China, not Pakistan, China.
Yemen, bro, the worst humanitarian disaster on record at the moment, man. Live slavery, getting bombed by the Saudis while we in America sell them weapons. It's absolutely disgusting.
There's a lot of places there I wouldn't want to be.
I'm doing a piece on that for Red Bill, so we'll talk about it all the time. I got 5% on my battery, geezer. Go.
We'll go anyway. Yeah, anyway, anyone got anything more? Quick.
Not yet, but I'm going to leave it there.
Nigel?
Not really, but things are going well. If anyone's struggling with their marketing, give us a shout. I'm working with quite a lot of clients at the moment. Just took out 3 new social media clients as well.
Boom!
Yeah, and I'm in the middle of finishing off an online course, which I managed to get 80% of the videos done today. It's got some editing worksheets, going to be ready by the end of September. So you'll be able to buy it and go through it.
Yeah, man. So, did you want to say something?
Yeah, firstly, I know that Nigel did a thing with Sam Day the other day, and I want to watch that. I heard that it's really insightful, so I look forward to hearing that.
It's on YouTube, man. Worth watching.
We have to look out for that because it looks like it's going to be a good thing too, guys. I'm really respecting the game, so anybody who's looking out for your advice, man, you did some marketing and want to bring your business to life, man, speak to these guys, especially man Nigel, man. And last but not least, I did do an Igloo Music podcast with an amazing indie band from Scotland called Amur. That's Amur. Alstallio was with me. That was epic, 3 amazing tracks. So go and check that out on Facebook as well.
Do they play live?
They do play live, and that they only done some gigs around Glasgow, but they're really good, man. I'm telling you, they are amazing.
So was you playing their music on the podcast?
Yes, we played it. I'm not live, but we played the 3 tracks from their EP. Yeah.
Oh, see.
Yeah.
All right, geezers. Yeah, man. you know the drill. We're gonna keep coming. Next week we're gonna probably start a little sequence of trying to plug for a new fourth host, a female host. So we'll see how that goes. It's gonna be interesting.
Got one. She's lurking.
yeah, but she's too busy, man. So yeah, we'll have a look, man. Anyway, we'll see how it goes over the next couple of. Is Nigel looking out the window for the host?
Yeah, I can hear some wind, man.
Close your window. Yo, guys.
Some thunder and lightning thing going on.
We'll talk next week, man.
We're back together, guys.
Yeah, man.
What, man?
Yeah, man.